Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk about the divine feminine and cosmic changes. Now, most of the time here I talk about more kind of grounded content, but today I really want to talk about cosmic influences because if we are empathic and sensitive, we experience these cosmic changes and we're influenced by them, sometimes subconsciously aware, but not consciously aware. And I have found there's a benefit in becoming a little more consciously aware. In the spiritual practices that I teach, when you're ready to step into elderhood, service to the planet, we quest for several days to receive our three main missions in our lives, and that we are going to do from that moment until we cross over. And it gives our lives tremendous meaning and purpose. And typically, two of the missions are very grounded, earthly connected missions, but there's usually one that is pretty cosmic in its nature, meaning that maybe someone is called to work on the earth grid, or someone is called to work with the timeline, or one is called to work with ancient masters on the other side. Well, one of mine is to help hold energy in the cosmos. And that's a blessing that I am privileged, right, to get to hold that energy. Well, periodically I get kind of yanked into another zone. It just sort of happens. And thankfully I have a marvelous husband who's able to hold space for me in those moments. Now, I don't want you to get scared for me. It doesn't happen when I'm driving. There is a wisdom here. It's usually like in a quiet moment after we've had dinner, after things are still in the house, or I'm in meditation in the morning, and I get pulled into a whole nother plane of existence. And this happened for me about 2 weeks ago. So pause for a moment and think about where you were about 2 weeks ago. What was going on in your life? And what have you noticed happening for you over the past 2 weeks? Now, during this time that I'm in the cosmos holding this energy, I'm hearing and seeing this powerful influx of divine feminine consciousness happening across galaxies. And I'm hearing that we haven't seen this kind of surge of feminine energy for about 1 million years. So it's beautiful, it's powerful. There are about 13 galaxies where this energy is moving and opening and anchoring. Powerful, beautiful, just so thrilled to get to be a part of that experience. And you may very well have been a part of that experience too. In fact, very likely you were, especially if you're listening to this recording. So there's this influx of divine feminine consciousness. And usually with those kinds of big major spiritual movements, we also have a reaction. Our reaction might be this compelling need to get on with our purpose in life. It might be a sense of, I've got to resolve these issues that I've had. I need to get them resolved now. It can be a sense of, oh my gosh, my family and loved ones and the people I'm here to serve are so dear, and you feel your energy for them, your love for them, your compassion deepening in a profound way. It can be also a sense of kind of the opposite of seeing just how weird things are on the planet right now, how little compassion there is, and feeling depressed and disillusioned. And even though I've been doing this work for decades, that was my experience. I went into oh my word, not despair, just, is that feminine influx of energy going to be enough to buoy us to the next level of what we can be as human beings? And we need that balance of divine feminine consciousness and profound compassion to move into the next evolution of humanity's potential. And I'm really aware of that, but also seeing what was going on. And often also after a huge vibrational high, like that, and a spiritual moment of awakening. There's also the other side of it as we're coming back down into earth reality where it can feel a little dismal. This isn't unusual. I've been questing people for 20 years. It's not unusual. Fortunately, I had the holding meditation as a resource to lean onto and lean into and let myself be in compassion for what I was feeling without attempting to change the feeling, to simply be in compassion with all that I had experienced, the great spiritual high, but also that low that followed. And as I was present over the last, I would say week, definitely over the last 2 weeks, it's lifting. My inner energy is lifting, and I'm expanding in the potential of what we are here to create. What you and I and other conscious women and men on the planet are here to co-create. So we do have reactions to these cosmic influxes and energy surges. And I would ask you to sit perhaps with where you've been over the last couple of weeks. Have you noticed your own energy reacting or responding to something, and maybe you didn't know what your energy field was reacting or responding to? And I have found it helpful if I know that there's been kind of a cosmic change or a galactic change or a change in the field anywhere, to realize that, oh, of course I'm responding to that change. Consider how you might be responding, and consider what support you've been giving yourself. Really pat yourself on the back if you've been doing some things to support yourself emotionally and spiritually. And perhaps you're thinking, ooh, I could do a little more for myself. You might want to take a look at the holding meditation. Perhaps you've already downloaded it. That might be of great service to you right now. And if you haven't downloaded the holding meditation yet, or this is the first time that you've heard about it, this is a practice, a meditation that takes you very, very deep into compassion. It was created by women for women, and it's over 1,000 years old. Very powerful, without a doubt, the most powerful meditation practice that I've ever engaged in over 30 years of meditating. So if you don't have it and you'd like it, you can get it for free at sacredfeminine.awakening.com. Again, that's sacredfeminine.awakening.com. Please know that I'm holding you in my heart and in my love and in my compassion as together we move through this powerful moment of transformation.